This is my third try at this. All the attempts have been pretty good. And what I'm doing here is I'm trying out for the first time using my handy, that is my cell phone, as the audio and video capture mechanism. And I'm here at one of my offices. You see Dr. King and Harlem Renaissance in the background and some books. And I tried this a couple of times, and the angles were not quite right. I'll continue to work on this. I think it'll take 5 or 6 times. I also need to see about the uploading, which has worked perfectly. I mean, really, really, really well every single time. And I want to use this for two or three different reasons, and in 2 or 3 different situations. The main one is just to keep everyone on track in kind of a personal way, because teaching these traditional classes now is something of a challenge, because often students don't make class, and even though there's a syllabus and assignments and things like that, it's very easy for them to lose track of the class and kind of guess at the assignments. And that's what I don't want. I want them to know exactly what they're doing, because what goes on if they guess, they waste time, and they waste their own time. And the consequences of the assignment, the consequence is that the assignment is not so good. So this will be, I think, a good housekeeping device. That's number one. Number two is a deeper one, and what I want to do is address the deeper issues of the course and go right into them, things that the students might need some reflection and meditation to figure out. Third reason here is just the motivating factor. Here I'm kind of down because I've done this 3 or 4 times, and it's suddenly quiet, and I'm fighting off laryngitis, and I've got a surprise class that I've got to substitute for in a second. And I don't really want to be talking, but I want to get 4 or 5 minutes on the screen here, and I want to kind of breeze into the classes and say, let's see if I can do this. Hi everyone. We're going to start a text this week that looks kind of arid and really not so important. That is Aristotle's theory of the 4 causes. And I want to assure you that that's a false impression. That's the way you feel when you're reading it for the first time. Keep in mind now that the way this was written, Aristotle, this was not a piece that Aristotle wrote. He was giving lectures, and these are basically someone else's lecture notes that is just reduced to the minimum. Actually, Aristotle was a really good writer, and Aristotle had a strong literary style, as strong as Plato's, but we just don't have any of those texts remaining. The reason that we're looking so carefully at Aristotle's 4 causes has to do with the final cause, that is on teleology. What we mean by teleology is the purpose of something, and that's exactly what in modern discourse we tend not to work on. We sometimes think we do, but we don't really. And the question of why are we doing something, whether it's Aristotle, Philosophy 100, the Symposium, or studying Socrates, is really, really important and really interesting. This is also an area where every single person has a lot of really valid insight, and so I want you to be attuned to the importance of the causes, the 4 causes in general: the formal, the material, the efficient, and the final, or the teleological. And I want us to really, really focus on that final one, and that's what you'll see. We'll kind of move quickly through the first 3 and concentrate on the 4th. Just for the record, in our sort of everyday language, people today tend to think that the only kind of cause is the efficient cause, and you see that Aristotle had a much more interesting view of the whole nature of causality, and there's a lesson to be drawn from this, which we'll be working on in the course of the next couple of weeks. Okay, so thanks very much. I'm going to stop and see if this uploads.